Hello, and welcome back to the Filmmaker's Journey. Last week, we took you through our perilous adventure of the cliff. Now this week, the tables have turned. During this shoot, we were planning on shooting at Adler Davidson's house. Now this was the moment that, sorry, for lack of better words, ish hit the fan. Anyway, so we walked into Adler's house and immediately I knew something was off. The door when we opened it, the door just creaked open slowly. And so we walked in, it was kind of like Scooby-Doo. We just slowly crept in and I heard just a tiny little voice and it sounded like this. It said, "Come find me." And I was like, what? Immediately my palms started getting sweaty. They're getting sweaty now just talking about it because it was so eerie. And the voice said, "Come find me." And I said, "Hello?" And again, the voice said, "Bet you can't find me." Just a little bit louder this time. Immediately, my colleagues looked at me and we knew that it was code red, level 100. And I pulled out my phone to call 911, but there was no service. And my cohorts attempted to do the same, to no avail. And so, we had no other choice. We had to come find whoever the voice was. And so we're walking around the house and there's like kind of cobwebs everywhere and we're just tiptoeing. And again, we hear this voice, "Bet you can't find me." And it was the scariest thing ever. My skin was crawling. And we're going around the house. We go through the living room. We go into the dining room. And then finally, we get to the kitchen. And there he was in all of his glory, Adler. Adler was just laying on the ground. He was kind of greased up like a pig on Thanksgiving dinner. And he was just laying across his table. And I was like, "Adler, was that your voice coming?" And he said, "Where am I? Come find me." And I was like, "Adler, we can see you. You're just laying on the table." And he like jolted like this and he freaked out and he's like, "Oh, hey guys." And he didn't realize that we were there. And so he quickly got dressed and I got changed and he was ready to film. And the filming went awesome. I mean, literally there was no hiccups. We were there at Adler's house for quite a while, just filming, having a good time. Adler tried a little, one of those yo-yo things, Chinese yo-yos. And he was just throwing it up. It was a fun time. Yeah, there was something else that happened between Preston and I. I told him that I wouldn't talk about it, but I think it needs to be addressed. And I think you as a viewer deserve to know because it's really important that you do. We're in Adler's bathroom. We're filming. I mean, you can see the look on my face. We're laughing. We're having a good time. And then we go into the kitchen and Preston is asking me a question. I can't even really remember what he was asking me. It was just something about what we were filming or something. And just the look that he gave me, I knew that something was wrong in his mind. So I said, "Preston, what's wrong? What's going on, man?" And he said, "Don't really want to talk about it." That's all I said. Don't, like those two words, "Don't really want to talk about it." And then his eyes were downcast and he wouldn't look at me in the face. And so I grabbed him by the chin like this and I pulled his head up and we were about like this close. And I said, "Preston, you got to talk to me, man. You got to talk to me." And I could smell his breath and he walks away. He walks out of the room. And so naturally I'm hurt. Like my pride has been just demolished. We can't go on filming without Preston. So I said, "Hey guys, let me handle this. I got this. Papa's in the house." And so I walk outside and Preston is just sitting by himself. He's sulking. I sat down next to him. He was sitting kind of like this. He was perched up kind of like this. And he was just sitting there like this. And he was just perched up and he was just sitting. He was just like sitting like this. And so he's just like sitting like this. And I said, "Preston, what's wrong, man?" And then he starts doing this. And I had no idea what was going on. I said, "Preston, what's going on, man? What's going on in your mind?" And he said, "Phoenix, what you did back there just really hurt. It really offended me." And I said, I'm sorry, like, what can I do to make things better? He looked at me, and with the force of 1,000 suns, he said, the show must go on. We marched right back in there, and the show went on. And we filmed Adler doing stuff around his house. I can't even really remember what I actually can't even remember at this point what we were really filming or why we were at Adler's house, but I don't know. Anyway, so we went down, me, Preston, and Dylan went downstairs. We were talking through things just a little bit more. And so we're like, okay, cool, we'll call it a day, we'll call it a wrap. Adler had said he was gonna like take a shower or something. I don't really remember. And so we walked back upstairs and completely dark. Like I couldn't see the hand in front of my face. Like I was doing this, I couldn't see it. And we said, Adler, where are you at? And we just hear that voice again. And it says, come find me. Bet you can't find me. Preston said, look, I'm not dealing with this crap anymore. And so he marched into Adler's room and he wasn't there. And we went to the bathroom. He wasn't there. And he wasn't anywhere in his house. But yet we kept hearing the voice. 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 And then I woke up and I realized the whole thing was a nightmare. It had actually never even happened. This footage, these clips that you're watching, it's not real. None of it is real. Wake up. You need to wake up from this dream. Wake up now. This is a nightmare. This is a nightmare. This is a nightmare. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. This is a dream. This is a dream.